Good morning. It is Thursday, November 6th, 2025. I am on my way to work after dropping my youngest son off at school. And yeah, man, I'm tired. I'm a little tired. I slept good last night. I went to bed somewhere between 10 and 11 because I woke up and it was only like 11:15. Went to the restroom, jumped back in bed, went right back to sleep. So I was wondering what I was going to talk about this morning. I didn't think I was going to make a video because I don't want to give you the same exact thing every morning, even though that's my life and this is what this is. But I made a comment just briefly to my son as he was getting ready to get out of the car. He said he was tired. I said, I'm tired too. Of course, I meant in a more adult way of having to get up, drag myself out of the house, go to work all day long, get back home, have more work to do, and then make sure they're taken care of. It's just, I'm tired, As I've said in my first video, I think, I'm 49, I'm 4 months away from 50. I had some personal goals set a couple of years ago. Those aren't going to get met. Mostly because of finances, I don't have the money to go out and blow on what I was wanting to do. But I'm still going to turn 50 because that's free, right? We all get that chance. Most of us. But yeah, man, I'm tired. And my advice to him was, you know what? When you're tired, the best you can do is just keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep pushing through, because no one else is going to do it for you. And you can't just stop and give up, man, because that's no way to live. So yeah, if you're tired, my best advice is just keep going. You'll eventually catch your second wind, your third wind, your fourth wind. And hopefully somebody will be there to give you an extra boost when you need it, right? But I don't know. But that's my daily advice, I guess. Not really motivational, I know, but you gotta have something in life, right? Otherwise, got up at 6 this morning. He got ready for school. My wife was running late because she forgot to set her alarm. Packed my lunch. Drove all the way to his school. And you know what really irritates me? And it's because I overthink it. In the past several months he's been going to this school, we have never had a cop behind us the whole way. And I don't know what it is about police, but whether I'm doing something wrong or not, and one gets behind me and stays behind me, because we have a long drive. I told you yesterday it's like 45 minutes. This dude was behind me from the time we left Smyrna, Tennessee, all the way up until I turned onto the main road in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And that just irritates the living crap out of me. But anyway, that's my pet peeve for the morning. I was also going to talk about, I know I'm procrastinating. I still haven't made an official channel video as to what my goals are, why I'm doing this and all this other stuff. Baby steps. Remember, this is my first week. I'm just getting my footing. But basically, for the past year and a half, maybe 2 years, and I know that may seem like a long time to do what I've been doing, but at some point, I had not really an epiphany, but just a thought that, the whole age thing, I haven't really done anything with my life. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got a family, take care of them. I don't job skip, as I call it, I've had like 3 jobs my entire life. I've had part-time jobs for extra money, but I've had 3 main jobs my whole life. But I haven't really done anything else. I mean, I don't have a large friend group. If you could even consider what I nurture as being an actual friend group. I have people I used to know, and then I have coworkers. But my philosophy is that if I know you, you're automatically my friend until you give me a reason not to be. If you need something, ask me. If I can do it, I'll be glad to do it, give it to you, help you, whatever. But overall, I felt I hadn't really achieved or done anything. I felt like I was lower on the rung of the ladder than I should be. And I blame myself for that, because for 17 years I had a very toxic job in an environment that no one should be put in. It was at a welded steel company. And my boss was horrible. The job was horrible. But I stayed there for money and stability for my family. But it was one of those jobs where you had to, and some of you may know what I'm talking about, it was one of those jobs where you had to dumb yourself down to fit in. And for 17 years, my brain grew so weak playing down to these people. And like I said, I had no real friend group outside of work, so I didn't have anyone to like boost me up afterwards or on the weekends. So the last 2 years, I've been like, I need to start bettering myself. What does the future hold? I don't know, but I need to be prepared for it. So I started reading books, studying stuff. I'm not a master in any sense of the word in any subject. Kind of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of guy. But sorry, there's a road congestion here, and it looks like people aren't wanting to let this car out. So I also watch YouTube videos, and the one thing I learned about YouTube videos is that everyone has an idea of what everyone else should do. And what I was reading was, you gotta get up at 4:30 a.m. You gotta get up at 5:30 a.m. You gotta get up at 6 a.m. You gotta be part of the 5 a.m. club. You gotta take cold showers. You gotta do 2 hours in the gym. You gotta journal for an hour and a half. And when you're journaling, you have to use this certain notebook, set up this certain way to have ultimate success in your life. It's amazing how many people say writing a sentence a day in a journal will change your entire life for the better. You'll become a multi-millionaire. You'll have friends and women unlike anything you've ever had or seen before. But you know what the truth is? The truth is that those people sit at home all day and actually have time for that crap. Because all the stuff they're telling you need to do may not require money, but it does take time. And time in your day, like they're telling you need to have, is not something every man or woman has. We're not just sitting around making YouTube videos telling people to take 2 hours at the gym every day because it's the best for their fitness. We actually have to get up, take care of our families, go to work 10 to 12 hour days, if not longer, come back home, take care of ourselves, take care of our family, make sure we're prepared to go back to work the next morning. I don't have time to sit and write an hour and a half in a journal. I don't get enough sleep to wake up at 4:30 a.m. every morning and sit and meditate and sit in the backyard with my bare feet on the earth to, commune with nature. That's stupid. It's stupid. And 99% of the people don't have time for that crap. I almost started to cuss because that's how strongly I feel about this. But yeah, that's the main point I wanted to get across today. You can watch all the YouTube videos you want. You can take pointers from all those videos and put them together into what works for you. But the stuff they're feeding us and getting monetized benefits from, that's bullcrap, man. Those people may have worked at one point in their lives, but now they're sitting around in their home, not working a real job, making YouTube videos telling us what we should be doing. And that just irks the crap out of me. I can't say it enough. It irks the living crap out of me. But anyways, moving on, because you didn't come here to hear all that. But yeah, I've been watching YouTube videos, piecing together my own plan, reading, trying to broaden my horizons. I've been reading memoirs, biographies. I still read science fiction, fantasy, horror. I read everything that I can get my hands on, except for historical and romance. And that's only because I haven't tried. I'm not saying I wouldn't like it. I'm just saying I've never read it. But anyway, I say that a lot. I'm gonna edit these out, or else I'm gonna just force myself to quit using ums, buts, uhs, and all that other stuff. So I almost did it again. So I've done that for like a year and a half. We'll say a year and a half. I also stepped out of my comfort zone. I took, dadgum, these ums. I don't normally speak like that. But I even stepped out of my comfort zone and started putting in job bids, trying to step up. I finally got one, thanks to a friend that was leaving. I got promoted at work to what they call lead associate for warehouse operations. Basically, that means I'm the lead man in our shipping department at one of our buildings. And from what I'm being told, I'm doing a great job. I make mistakes, I learn, I move on. But being in a leadership position, I'm over 5 people in my area, and when the other guy at our neighbor building isn't here, I'm also like chipping in there. But so yeah, I'm trying to broaden my mind. I'm stepping into leadership positions, which I swore I would never be, because I'm just a dumb old forklift operator. And now I've decided that I need to go further, and that's why I'm doing this this reset, this reboot, or whatever you want to call it. I really don't care. To be honest, ChatGPT suggested the reboot name. I'm not even sure where the Quiet Rebellion part came in that I'm putting these videos in the playlist under. That was also ChatGPT that suggested that. But I'll cover more on ChatGPT later, because that's actually been a big part of the process I'm going through. But yeah, this is like phase 3. Learning, reading, watching videos. That was my phase 1. Getting a plan together. Phase 2 was me stepping outside my comfort zone, stepping into a leadership position, learning, growing from that, taking better care of myself mentally and emotionally, and also just, continuing to read and grow. And phase 3 is taking care of the outside, physically, getting in better shape, financially, learning to take better control of my money and use it as it needs to be used. And just continuing on. How many phases is this process going to take? I don't know. We continue to grow as long as we're alive, I think. So this could take all the way up until the day I die, or don't wake up. So what am I thankful for every day? Waking up and being able to take care of my family. And that's what I hope to continue to do. I hope to do it better. And hope to one day mature enough to be able to take care of them. Which I guess that could also be phase 4, I spend 3 phases taking care of myself. The 4th phase is to finally extend that courtesy to my family, because honestly, I'm not a great husband. I'm not a great father. I'm not a good friend. I'm a horrible son. The people I know may not agree with any of that, but that's how I feel personally. So, that, in a nutshell, is a quick rundown of the last couple of years and my feelings of where I'm at right now. And going forward, hopefully you'll be there with me on that journey. And we'll see what we can do. Because this is the part where you can hopefully see the results of what I'm trying to do. And this is now officially the longest video I've recorded. 15 minutes long right now, and I need to get off here before I have a wreck. Paying attention to the camera and talking to myself. So I'll check back in with you guys later. I won't leave you hanging like I did yesterday, I promise. And I'm halfway to work, so that's half the battle right there. Y'all have a good day. Well, we're back in the car again. So let's address the elephant in the car. I definitely have to get a better handle on recording things in the evenings on work days, because I just can't really record where I work because of, I guess, the product we sell or ship. And plus, when I take breaks, there's a lot of people around. I guess I could go out to my car and have a break out there, record something. But yeah, I'll figure something out for next week, because I feel like I'm missing a lot of updates I could be giving about how my day goes and everything else. So, but it's Friday, November 7th. It is 7:38 a.m. Just dropped my son off from school, or to school. On my way to... I'm actually torn. It's Friday. We don't really do much on Fridays. It's like a very boring day. There's really no need of us even going in, other than to load like 2 trucks every week and then immediately leave. But I'm torn this morning because the trucks aren't going to be there till afternoon. So if I go in it like I normally do, it's going to be pretty much just me sitting there by myself at the desk, pretending like I'm working on something and possibly falling asleep and getting caught. So I can either go in early and try and get some overtime and have that happen, or I can go all the way back home, which is like an extra 15 minutes on my drive. Lay back down for about an hour or two, or even have a good breakfast. Make some eggs, some sausage, play on my computer for a few minutes. So as you can see, Fridays are are filled with choices. It's very mentally draining, trying to decide if I want to rest or go drain my body of what little energy I have left. This weekend, I'll probably get the Christmas stuff out and do some chores, because I really don't want to drive to Cookeville for a 2-day travel baseball tournament. I know that makes me a horrible father, but that's where I'm at this point. So, as for what this as for what this vlog or YouTube channel is actually about, which is my reboot. Things are going pretty good this week, I think. We're getting our feet off the ground. We're learning to make the videos. I'm not really learning the editing part right now. I'm just throwing it into iMovie and letting it mesh them all together. So those little cuts you see between recordings, that's all iMovie. I'm not trying to be like creative and do all that. We came to that point because I typed in what I wanted to do into I went back and forth to see who had the better ideas. Use Chat GPT and Google Gemini, because one is free for what I want to do, and the other is also free but has limits. I'm not committed to plopping down money on either one of those right now. Although if I did, based on what I've used so far, I'd probably pay for Chat GPT because I like the way it interacts with you. It's more human in how it responds. It actually seems to have a sense of humor if you tell it to. But yeah, anyway. So I use that to get ideas for content, what I should do, how I should post. It came up with the silent, quiet rebellion, I think it was, quiet rebellion tagline. We both came up with the idea for the Chill Nerd, which was the channel's original name. So yeah, I'm like all into Chat GPT and AI right now. I have no problem with it. I've had good experiences so far. It's helping me with a lot of other areas of my life. I'm like programming in the prompts that I want from it, and it's been doing really well so far. The only problem I have with Chat GPT is that, and this is of its own explanation, because I asked it one day, I'm like, why do you not keep up with this part? But it doesn't track time. It does. I mean, you can tell it the day. I start out every morning. I tell it what day. Like, hey, today is Friday, November 7th, 2025. It's this time in the morning, and this is what I'm doing. Because for some reason, ChatGPT does not keep up with time between your posts. Google Gemini is pretty good with that, from what I've experienced so far. But ChatGPT, it said itself, it's not programmed to know a 24-hour time cycle. So if you talk to it at 8 a.m. in the morning, and then you talk to it again at 8 a.m. of the next morning, it's going to think you're talking to it like back to back, like no time has passed. So yeah, I have to remind it every day what time and day it is, and what we're doing that day, and then it works fine after that. So, but yeah, ChatGPT is helping me get everything set up. We're doing good on that. It's helping me do some other things that I'll go into later, because I want to share everything that I'm learning, everything that I'm doing. If you're still with me on this video, I appreciate you sticking around. Like I said, this first week's just about me getting into a routine, posting. And if you followed me so far, you'll also realize that I repeat myself a lot, because I've told you my plan all week long in every single freaking video multiple times. But that's just my mind, man. I'm getting old, and my old brain don't fire on all cylinders like it used to. So yeah, I got up this morning. Oh, my meals this week. I'm not eating like cool, awesome meal prep, healthy meals and all this other stuff, but I am logging my food on MyFitnessPal. I'll probably share that on the channel in the message board system, texting community group, whatever it's called. I like post those each week to show that well, that's the weird thing about this kind of thing, because of course MyFitnessPal is going to show anything that I put into it. I could just make crap up and no one would really be any wiser. But I am entering my food daily. It's not like the greatest stuff. Like I said, we're doing this without any kind of like professionalism. This is like straight from the cuff. We're entering what we have. We're not going out. We're not buying food just for the purpose of this vlog or this project, whatever you want to call it. So this week, I've been getting up every morning, and I'm packing bologna and cheese sandwiches. I usually pack 2 a day, put a little bit of mustard on there, put those in Ziploc bags. I buy the party-sized bags of Doritos, and I'll take like 2 small handfuls, put that in a Ziploc sandwich bag. I've been taking a Kellogg's Cheerios protein bar. I've been throwing that in the lunchbox. And I haven't put any desserts in there. I haven't put any sweets this week. And I take 2 sandwiches, the chips. I'll throw 2 12-ounce Coca-Cola cans in the bottom of the lunchbox. And I'll take I bought the Smart Water electrolyte, crisp, clear, diffused, all that good stuff. I bought the liter bottles of that. I've been taking one of those a day. And then I'll refill it. I'll drink the electrolytes, then I'll refill it. The only thing I have been buying is when I need to pick it up at Walmart next time I go. I have been buying when I get to work. ChatGPT recommends that before I start work officially in the mornings, clock in and go out to the floor, it says I should have a decent protein intake. So even if I eat breakfast early in the morning, by the time I get back to work and I'm ready to clock in at 9 o'clock, I'll usually get a Fairlife protein drink from our vending machines, and then like a little packet of almonds, and that helps get me through to lunch. At lunch is when I eat one of my bologna sandwiches, half the bag of Doritos. That's usually around like 12:30, 1 o'clock. My second break is around 4. I'll eat the other sandwich, the rest of the Doritos. And depending on if I feel like I want to take a snack break later, I'll either go ahead and eat the protein bar, or I'll save it for later if it seems like it's going to be a longer night. So that's like been my routine this week. I know I've got a short week. It's only been like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week at work. But yeah, that's my routine so far. I don't see it changing very much because for a guy like me, bologna and cheese, ham and cheese, turkey and cheese, just a basic sandwich is good enough. A little bit of Doritos on the side for some crunch and flavor. Gotta have my Coke at some point during the day. Hydrate with my water, get the electrolytes in so I hydrate faster and better. And yeah, I'm happy with that situation so far. There will be times in the coming weeks when I actually try to prepare a meal or 2. But for right now, I'm just happy to be consistent with what I'm doing. The only money I've spent on fast food this week is, honestly, we need to go to the grocery store. So my youngest son usually eats these, I think it's Jimmy Dean pancake and sausage sandwiches. So we're out of those. So I have been stopping at McDonald's on the way to school, picking him up a sausage biscuit and a hash brown, and I get me a sweet tea, baby. I pick up my sweet tea. I drink that in the mornings along with my my water. So I probably spent about $10 on fast food this week. Sausage biscuits, hash browns, sausage biscuit, a hash brown, and I use my McDonald's points to get a $1 discounted sweet tea. So we spend like $3.29. So $3.29, 3 days. It's about $10-11. So everything else I've been bringing from home. I haven't been buying any drinks other than the Fairlife from the vending machine. And I have a coupon code that they give us. They hand out every now and then a little QR code It's kind of like a gift card to our vending service. And I just used that on that. So we're doing good in that habit forming thingy. I've reduced my spending. I'm taking meals to work. I'm watching what I eat. I'm logging all my food. I haven't weighed in again. I weighed in last Sunday. Last Sunday, I was down to my lowest in a couple of years. I was down to 330. Yeah, you heard that right, 330 pounds. I've been a whole lot higher. About 2 years ago, I was at 400 pounds. And I've been yo-yoing back and forth. So to be down to 330 right now, or as of Sunday, I was very pleased. I haven't weighed. I'll probably weigh again next Sunday. But yeah, man, I've been happy so far with this week. I'm liking where we're going. I'm actually sitting here talking to you guys on this video, which is another big breakthrough, because I feel talking and communicating early in the morning this way and paying attention to what I'm saying 40% of the time, so that I don't sound like a 120% goober. I feel it's helping me communicate better at work, because I'm able to pause, talk slower, and pay attention to what I'm saying instead of stuttering and making things worse. And like I said, when I talk at work, I don't use a lot of ums and uhs and ohs and all this other stuff. That's kind of video related. I don't know why, but I'm going to work on that as well, so you guys don't have to listen to it. But I'm about halfway to work or home. I still haven't decided. But the video is already going on 16 minutes. So this may actually be a 30-minute video post, which I know can get very long and tedious to get through, and a lot of people just shut it off halfway through if they haven't already. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this to an end. I will 100% definitely maybe promise to make at least one more post today to wrap up this 2-day video. If you remember, I said I was going to do like 2-day posting schedules, like Sunday and Monday, then I'll post a video. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll post a video. Thursday, Friday, I'll post a video. So, did I post a video yesterday? I've already broken my schedule, I believe. I'm going to have to go back and look. But anyways, I will talk to you later. If I didn't post yesterday, and I don't think I did, dadgummit, I can't remember. But if I didn't, this video will be long enough to cover 3 to 4 days. So, have a good one. Have a good morning. Hope your day goes great, and I will see you later. So I did come back home. I decided not to go to work right away. I came back home, and I sat here and thought about it. And I fixed me a nice little sausage, egg, cheese, and some toast. Nice little scramble there. Looking good, looking delicious, looking tasty. Actually looking a little not cooked very well, but it is, I assure you. Let me see here. Well, either way, I may end up going home early. That's pretty good. All right. So that's my morning check-in. I come back home, made my breakfast. I went ahead and did my morning journaling. I checked in with CGPT, and now I'm going to eat this, take about a 45-minute nap, and then I'll go start the day at work. Hopefully get off early tonight, start the weekend. So I'll check back in with you guys later. Have a good day. I mean, Y'all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.